What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got my Segway x160 out here today, hitting up a little favorite spot of mine. Today I wanted to just talk about this x160 and what I think about it so far. I've had it for about 3 weeks. I actually got 2 of them after I bought the first one. I had so much fun riding it that I figured it'd be great as a starter bike for my girlfriend, also for her nephew who wants to get into riding. So I got one for that just because, I mean, they're nice, they're easy, no gas, no air filter changes, no oil, no clutch, no shifting. Real easy as a beginner bike or a starter bike. But I got mine as a pit bike. I was gonna get a KLX 110 for you dirt bike riders out there that know what that is. Kawasaki KLX 110, it's a little kid's bike everybody uses as a pit bike. And I wanted one, but I didn't want a gasoline engine, and I didn't want, you know, all that BS that's associated with that. So I found these and decided to get it. So I'm on like 3 weeks. I got like 150 kilometers, so I don't know what that is in miles, 120 maybe. And there's some things I love about it, and then there's some things I need to change on it. But so far I'm having a blast. Beautiful view down here. This thing, I'm actually having more fun riding this. I buried myself here. I'm having more fun riding this in trails than I am my full-size Husky 501. And main reason is just because it's quiet, it's stealthy, and it's a good little mess around bike. No one even knows you're back anywhere you're at, so you're not really disturbing the peace, which is nice. Couple things I need to do to it soon though is like suspension, especially the forks. Nice little drop off there. We're going to give this one a shot. See how this goes. Nice. Yeah, so it's a fun little bike, having a blast. Want to do some upgrades to it, and that's why I decided to go with the 160. It's about anywhere from $1,000 to $2 grand cheaper depending on which one you're looking at. You know, that Segway, the x260, that can go anywhere from $45,000 to $5,000 I've seen them for. This thing, $3,000 out the door, done deal. So very easy. It's a fun trail bike. I mean, what's sweet about it is you can touch the ground. A little gas here. It's like 3,000 watts, I think. And if you don't know about it yet, there is a little mod you can do. It involves cutting a wire to make them go faster. So I'll let you look that up and research that. But yeah, it definitely works good. It's in March down here today. Just starting to thaw out. It's a little wet. Not terrible though. Okay, so what do I love about this Segway X160 or the dirty bikes in general? Well, the first thing is that when you have something like this thing being 105 pounds, it's real easy. You just pick it up and goes. Check this out. Easy to pick it up. You can get it in tight spots. It doesn't destroy the trail. And the fact that it's quiet, I just can't get over that. After riding a motocross bike my whole life and hearing all that noise all the time, not that I don't mind it, but some people don't like noise, and this is pretty nice to not have that noise. Some of the other things that are awesome about it is the fact that the batteries on this thing are swappable. So easy. If you get another battery, or if you're like me that has 2 bikes and you're not riding one of them, just pull the battery out of the other bike or ride the other bike. But you can swap them out just like a drill. And that's how lithium ion needs to be up until when they actually make good power and fast recharge times. They need to be like a drill battery, where you can just plug and play. I mean, they're making other bikes now like that Cake Caulk, I think it's called. Yeah, it's like $13,000 though. And I'll pass on that. That's more than a KTM Freeride. Not feasible for a pit bike. But this thing, $3,000 brand new out the door. Awesome. If you are in Ohio or Pennsylvania and the surrounding areas, check out a dealership down in Uniontown, PA called Joel Bike. The guy hooked me up. He's got a lot of knowledge. Steve's his name. Real good guy. And he'll help you get what you want to get. And we'll go this way. So I want to do some mods to this, and that's why I decided to go with the x160. They're a little bit cheaper, and that gives you some more room for your budget to put some mods on. If you just want a bike that is decent overall, and can do some jumps, maybe you should look at the Sur-Ron or the x260 Segway. From what I understand, they're the same bikes. But this 160, I think the difference, it's got a 48 volt battery instead of a 60 volt. It's got a little shorter range on it. I believe the motor's the same, but it's also, it's got a different controller, so it doesn't put as much power out. But you can mod all this stuff on the x160, and the parts are bolt-on. So that's why I went with this one. I'm just gonna get the stuff to do it, like a controller. Easy log hop. My grip's slipping. I just put these Renthal grips on the other day and gotta glue it. But yeah, you can mod it out, get a controller, get a battery. I'm gonna try to get a 72 volt battery for it soon. And I don't know much about the mods yet, so if you see this video, you know some stuff about mods for the 160 versus the 260, please comment below, help me out on what I can and cannot do, and chargers and controllers and all that. I'm still learning. But yeah, I've been jumping this thing in the backyard, hitting some jumps. The first thing I'm going to do though, before I do the controller or the battery or any of that, I'm going to do forks, because this thing is starting to make some scary noises in the forks, which is expected. I mean, I'm beating this thing already. I got 3 weeks on the bike and 120 miles and a bunch of charges already, and I need something that'll handle these better. So some of the things also that I really like about it is it's based off of a mountain bike chassis or suspension. Well, not even. It's based off of mountain bike like brakes and stuff. A lot of it is interchangeable with mountain bike parts like the rotors. The brake pads suck, the stock ones, so plan on getting new brakes pretty quickly. Awesome area down here. What else? This will go to miles per hour. I have it in kilometers right now. Just haven't changed it. Sport mode, eco mode. I just leave it in sport. But I mean, I can do this for a good while as long as I'm not really ripping on it, and the battery will last fine. So no complaints there so far as range. If I'm in the backyard riding, doing a little moto on my little course I got, I can get like 45 minutes of solid motoing out of it. If I'm just kind of ripping around, going light, I can get, you know, 2.5, up to 3 hours depending on how fast I'm going. So that's very cool. This thing loves to catch sticks though. Look at this, I already found another one. I catch sticks with this thing all day, every day, up in the wheels, frame, everywhere. This thing is a stick magnet. Here we go. But it's just so awesome how you can ride in the woods. No one even knows. And I'm watching like other people ride this thing, and all I hear is leaves. I don't hear the noise at all from 50 feet away. All you hear is the leaves, which is really cool. So if you have not tried out an e-bike or DirtEbike, definitely try it out. You won't be disappointed. Again, I was wanting mine like as a pit bike, and so far it's done everything I've wanted it to do and more. It's also a good just yard bike in general. I'm riding around the yard picking up sticks with this thing and doing a little bit of yard work. So it's like a little go-getter machine. Ridden it down to the store to get beer. It's fun. It's just a fun little bike. You don't have to start it every time you want to go 1 foot. You just hit the gas. I got this front tire pumped up a lot because it's going flat. I got to change it when I get back. And the 160 has 17-inch tires, 70/100 by 17. The x260 has, I believe, 19-inch tires. So one of the mods I do want to do pretty soon is I want to get a 19-inch front tire. Kind of like how a dirt bike, let's see if I can do this, has a 19-inch, or dirt bike has like a 2 to 3 inch front tire larger than the back tire. This has a 17-inch front and a 17-inch rear, and for the people that are familiar with motocross bikes, it's like an 85cc front tire, 70/100 by 17. So you can definitely swap them out to some motocross tires. I want to run a 19-inch front and a 17-inch back once I get into the build on this. I do have two. This one I bought brand new for $3. The other one I ended up having to go to Michigan for. I'm based out of Ohio, but I bought a second one because I had so much fun on it. I ended up getting that one for $2,000. So if you're looking for a build bike, it's probably better to go with the x160 and find a used one that you can just build up to what you want to do, compared to buying a brand new Sur-Ron X or x260 Segway and doing it that way. You're just gonna have more money into it. Because I mean, if you're really building these bikes, you're gonna do a battery, you're gonna do a controller, you're gonna do the front forks, you're gonna probably do different tires, a lot of different stuff. One thing I like about these is there's starting to become a lot of aftermarket parts for them. Batteries, rims, etc. It's just hard to find everything right now. It's March of 2021, and you know how that's going with trying to find anything. So you take what you can get. So I hear guys running like Fox 40 forks in the front. These are just some cheapo forks. I don't even know what they're called. They're the stock ones though, and I mean, they're making noises. So I'm not gonna get Fox 40 forks for $1,800 new or whatever they cost, and you can't even find them right now anyways. I'm gonna get something used on eBay or something else. So if you're watching this video and you have a set of forks you want to sell me, please comment. Let me know. I'd love to buy something that I can jump and trust a little bit better and not feel like the forks might snap in half on me. Shock eventually, but not right away. The forks are a precedent on this. The shock does have compression, rebound, and it does have preload adjustment, so all I did was just tighten up the preload on it, turn the compression all the way tight, so it gave me some base suspension. I mean, I had been hitting jumps on this and the spokes are still good, so that's nice. I mean, they're still tight. Hitting jumps like that, nice good sized drop off. It's also nice because this thing's got enough torque to wheelie over a log and do some stuff like that. I mean, it's easier to ride than a full-size dirt bike by far. It's easier to ride than a pit bike. No gears, no kickstart. Just feels like a mountain bike with pedals. You can also bunny hop this thing. The one guy I bought my used bike off of, he used it for hunting, to get out to his tree stand, which I thought was pretty cool. Stealth. It's not like a gas-powered machine. No maintenance. And I got a van, so it loads right up in the van easy. I also have a power inverter in my van, So when I'm using it, and then I get done, I'm charging it up, going somewhere else, this thing's awesome because I can just plug it into the van, into the inverter, charge it up on the way home or on the way there or whatever. And then it's, by the time I get home, it's charged up. I mean, from like battery being completely dead to charged up, it takes like 3 hours, I want to say. But I mean, it goes pretty quick. Plus, I'm like on the road for work a lot. And what's cool is I can just throw this in the van when I'm messing around after work at the hotel or wherever. I can just pull this thing out. I'm out in the parking lot like doing wheelies and stuff, jumping the curb. No one seems to care. I've had nobody say anything to me yet. Riding this thing back behind shopping plazas and things of that nature. No one has said anything to me. No one cares. Seems like they care about noise. So if you're not making noise, you're not pissing people off. Most people, at least. So yeah, Segway x160. I'm gonna have a ton more content coming out on this channel about this bike. If you like what you see, if you want to see me build this thing up, if you have any comments, questions, things I said wrong or things I said right, or want to help someone else out and explain the differences better than I can on the bikes, please subscribe, comment below, like this video, and we'll have a nice discussion on them. But as far as the X160 as a pit bike, I'm loving it. I think it was the best choice I ever made and the most fun I've ever had on a small bike. I've had this thing about 3 weeks so far, and I've ridden it every single day that I've had it. So how can you beat that? It's a good little trainer bike. Any time on two wheels is better than no time on two wheels. So yeah, it's not going to replace your full-size gasoline dirt bike, but it's not supposed to. It's a supplement to your dirt bike. Because when you're not riding your gas bike, you just hop on this. Go rip around in the backyard. Go do whatever you got to do. Or want to do. But yeah, it's just a great little mess around bike. So comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, stay tuned for the next one.